What if you could preach powerfully, understand deep Bible truths, possess extraordinary faith, and even give everything you own to help others, and God still says, it amounts to nothing? That sounds absolutely shocking and even tragic for the soul. But according to 1 Corinthians 13, there is one thing that determines whether our gifts, our service, and even our sacrifices have eternal value. That one thing is love. Welcome to Lesson 7, a portrait of love. Last week we studied spiritual gifts and discovered that God gives different gifts to different members of His church, but Paul showed us something even greater than the gifts themselves. He writes, "And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love." 1 Corinthians 13:13. Why is love the greatest? Because without love, even the greatest spiritual gift loses its true purpose. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13 that we could speak with the tongues of men and angels, but without love, we are only making noise. We could possess prophecy, understand mysteries, have incredible knowledge, and even have faith powerful enough to move mountains. But without love, Paul says, I am nothing. It is a stark reminder of our dependence on love. He goes even further. We could give everything we own to the poor and make tremendous personal sacrifices, but if love is missing, Paul says, I gain nothing. Now, Paul is not saying that spiritual gifts, knowledge, faith, or generosity are bad. Far from it. The problem is when we have the gift without the love. Think about that. You can know the Bible and still treat people badly. You can preach the truth and still speak to people without compassion. You can sing beautifully, pray powerfully, give generously, and serve faithfully, and still miss the very character of Christ. Because Christianity is not simply about what we do. It is also about what motivates what we do. And the love Paul describes is much deeper than emotion. Biblical agapē love is a spirit-given commitment that changes our actions, our attitudes, our thoughts, and our words. Love is not merely something we feel. Love is something we live. And no one demonstrated that more clearly than Jesus Christ. Look at Calvary. Jesus did not merely say that He loved humanity. He demonstrated it. He demonstrated it, His love for all of us. Romans 5:8 tells us that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. That is love in action. And this is especially important because Jesus gave a serious warning about the last days. Matthew 24:12 says, "Because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold." Notice the danger. Jesus didn't simply warn that people would stop believing. He warned that love would grow cold. Could that be happening today? Could we know more Bible truth but love people less? Could we defend our beliefs while becoming impatient, unforgiving, harsh, or indifferent toward the people around us? Paul's message challenges us to examine ourselves. Because the evidence that Christ is changing us is not simply how much Scripture we know, it is also how His love is being revealed through our lives. In our homes, in our churches, at work, at school, and even in the way we treat people who disagree with us. So, here is the question I want you to carry with you today. If someone could not hear your words and could only watch your actions, would they see the love of Jesus in you? This week, as we journey deeper into 1 Corinthians 13, we are going to discover a beautiful portrait of what genuine Christian love looks like. And ultimately, that portrait points us to one person, Jesus Christ. Because when we truly see Jesus, we see love in its purest form. So today, ask God, Lord, don't just give me gifts to use. Give me your love so that I can use those gifts like Jesus. Because faith matters. Hope matters. Spiritual gifts matter. But when everything else passes away, love remains. And the greatest of these is love. Thank you for joining this study.